It's 20 to 8. Now let's take you back to 1984.
Yes, the year of Torvill and Dean, the miners' strike.
Band-Aid, the Smiths' first album.
Prince Harry being born, and if you were a fan of video gaming, you might have been getting hooked on titles like Kung Fu Master, Dragon Slayer, and the first incarnation of Tetris. Remember Tetris? Here are some of the soundtracks you might have been playing along to. You're all thinking, I know you're thinking, oh, there's me ringtone for the next year. Anyway, Newcastle-based gaming studio Reflections, which is part of Ubisoft, has been making video games on Tyneside since 1984. It's celebrating its 30th anniversary, and these days it's all a bit more advanced. Here's a promo for one of their new games.
The Snowdrop engine was specially developed to create the deep and vast universe of Tom Clancy's The Division. Never before has a video game reached this level of detail. This chaotic and decayed New York City is enhanced by a dynamic day-night cycle. As in film production, Snowdrop uses a light probe system that captures lighting realistically.
Yeah,
surfaces react
pretty advanced.
Yeah, even the story. I love the way we've gone from Kung Fu Master to Tom Clancy.
Exactly. And they hire in movie composers as well, serious stuff. I had a chat with Will Musson a few moments ago from Reflections, and four youngsters, games enthusiasts: Callum, aged 13, Luke and Mark and Daniel, all aged 11, and they've been helping mark the studio's 30th year anniversary in Newcastle.
This week we've been at the BALTIC doing a games course. We're inspiring the young people to show them that there's a creative industry, and it's been here now for 30 years. So they've been making games, doing the programming, doing the level design, doing the design, and actually the artwork as well.
So you say you've been inspiring young people, as in turn they've been inspiring you?
Oh yes, I mean many of the team have been going across, and they've been coming back and saying how energised they are, how they've loved the passion these guys have, and they've been coming back thinking, no, we can do more, we can do better, and it's inspired them as well.
OK, let's quickly say hello to our experts here in the games field. Just give us your name, your first name and where you're from.
I'm called Luke and I'm from Newcastle.
What's your highlight of the week so far and what you've been doing?
I liked pixel art the best because it's just unique and I haven't done it before.
Pixel art? Now, I'm thinking of, you know, when you see Toy Story or something like that. Is that the kind of thing you mean?
No, pixel art is like little squares, just... It's like, say I wanted to make a picture, I would draw it out, and then if I wanted to put it onto the computer, I would then change it into little squares on like graph paper. And then after that, I would go onto the computer and then draw little squares.
Brilliant, very impressive.
I'm James and I'm from Dorset.
You've come a long way for this, are you having fun?
Yes, very much so.
Were you quite good with computers before this experience?
I did a lot on them, kind of making games on programs like Blender and stuff.
Blender, never heard of it. Tell me what it is in a few seconds.
It's basically something where you can make objects on it and then animate them.
Brilliant.
I'm Mark and I'm from Newcastle.
Local lads, so not too far for you. And what do you enjoy about computers and gaming?
Well, I've also enjoyed the pixel art as I'm mostly into art and I like making pictures and all that.
See, I loved art when I was at school. It was all just pencils and rubbers and paper and that was it. I'd be a bit scared if you were to tell me I could draw on a computer, but you could teach me.
Yeah, it's fairly easy.
Really? I'm still scared. And finally we've got...
Callum, and I'm from near Darlington.
And what will you take away? What have you learnt that you didn't know before this week?
I think I've learnt a lot about animating. It mixes art and computers, which are basically my two favourite things.
Brilliant. And do you think you would like to do this when you've left school, maybe, and work in this industry?
I think so, yes.
So, 100% brilliant reviews there of what's been going on. Nice little snapshot as well. But they're so at ease with this sort of stuff, it's frightening.
It is, but that's the brilliant thing. We've been around for 30 years, so there's a creative industry here. But now the young people are coming through and they're inspired and they can see that the North East is about a creative industry now. Their talent advances so much more and so quickly, and it's great because it gives us a boost and we can take on more people.
We were talking about the skills gap yesterday. Some people were actually blaming it on the expansion of, or the investment and the focus on computers. But this is a serious industry in the North East.
It's hugely serious. I mean, not only us, more games companies have been here for the same 15 years, 16 years. And the North East is becoming a creative hub now. And it's important that we realise that.
Are we training up enough games designers in the region to meet demand for studios like yours? I mean, these people seem so enthusiastic.
There's always going to be a skill shortage, but we're working with places like Newcastle University and Teesside to make sure that we educate people in the ways that we need so that they fill those gaps.
You're recruiting at the minute?
Yes. We've got about 40 openings at the moment in programming, art, design, everything these guys have been doing at the BALTIC.
Impressive stuff and impressive youngsters, and good morning to you. If you're still listening on the way home, they were in the studio about half an hour ago.